From very early on, I was obsessed with the piano. The moment I woke up, which unfortunately for my parents was very early, I would go straight down to the piano, start playing. My dad would come and pull me back to bed. I just loved playing, loved learning a repertoire, and even at music college, I wasn't really thinking, oh, I'm going to become a pianist. I was lucky that I had a piano teacher that really looked out for me in terms of where is he going to go next, and she suggested I did a couple of piano competitions, and I won one of those. And so I started getting concerts from that. So that's how it all started. It's not that I ever thought I would do anything else, but I didn't have much imagination somehow for the future, and I was lucky that it happened. There is this received wisdom. It's the musician's job to stand back and let the composer speak through you. I think that is nonsense. The music can't say anything without us. The way that the music speaks through us is that we bring our own emotions to it. I think the reason people are nervous to say that is it seems like you're somehow putting yourself on a level with the music. But if you're not actually bringing something that has depth and commitment and passion, what are you doing on stage? The notes that are written and what the performer does with them are as important. If you sort of stand back and try and let the music speak, it's boring. Oh, it's wonderful to be back at the Philharmonia. It's been a few years since I've been in. I've got a few friends in the orchestra. Got wonderful memories. One of my few times with Ashkenazi was playing Shostakovich at the festival hall. It's going to be great, I'm sure. This piece really reminds me of an ice skating routine because near the beginning of the first movement, there are three really difficult things in fairly close succession. It reminds me of these triple salcos that they have to fit into their routines, and they generally get them out of the way fairly early so they can forget about it and get on with the rest of the routine. One of them goes like... but faster. That's just about the first thing you play. And then soon after, there's a couple of other things that are real, it's like tongue twisters for the fingers. Yeah, you need to be well warmed up, and you need to be sort of calm and relaxed. Beethoven was the first composer that I fell in love with, and that was very early on. I obsessively listened to the first movement of the Pastoral Symphony and the Moonlight Sonata. And still, the Pastoral Symphony is the happiest thing in music. Which is funny because my wife's a clarinetist, and that's always in orchestral auditions. So for her, it has a very different meaning. I think Beethoven has always been the composer I felt closest to. Obviously, an incredible range of emotion. There's an incredible intellectual engagement in what he does, but it's never to be clever. It's always so profoundly in the service of what the piece of music's saying. The way he puts different movements together, to take the cliche, the sum of the whole is greater than the individual parts. That amazing structural instinct, which sounds like this abstract thing, but for him it seems like a really passionate thing. And it's that kind of passion that just lights me up somehow.